Hey, we got Scribble. We got a rematch
We'll
with
give him
Scribble
he
Scrabble.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, he supported the channel. He's going to get our
Exactly,
attention.
exactly.
Okay, knight.
He set
Yeah,
a good rating, or we can still talk, but we're
right.
not under serious pressure.
Oh, look at here. What is this? The Black Knight Tango?
So Zhenya, thanks for the resub. Drutines, Damien, Theo,
Sweet.
appreciate it, guys. I think we're caught up on
Okay.
subs.
Uh, pawn. I'll let you figure out which pawn I mean, because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The Black Knight Tango. When I was
So if
living
I go
in,
d4, he might play e5. Is that the idea? And
yeah,
somehow,
that's the idea behind the Black Knight
okay.
Tango. But it was like Georgy Orlov from Seattle introduced that. I was in Seattle, and Georgy moved from Moldova to Seattle, and I think Georgy played a couple of U.S. championships, and then he became a chess teacher. It's like, everybody became a chess teacher, Eric. What are the top Canadian players doing?
I don't know. Like, um, it's not like a close knit community. Like, I think Evgeny Bereev. I think he's
Yeah.
been doing some commentary. In fact, even on Chess 24 in Russian. I think he's been
Okay.
coaching a bit. He does summer camps, but he was always coaching. He moved to Canada as the coach, not to play.
Right. Right.
So I think he's doing that. The Canadian players
Uh-huh.
have either quit chess or they're coaching because there is no living in Canada in terms of playing. So it's one
Right.
or the other. So probably coaching.
Okay. Boy, talk about the anti, yes, pawn, the anti
Grunfeld.
Grunfeld, Bishop. Yeah. Uh, I think you shouldn't have shared with the viewers your early experience. Pawn, uh, getting your grandmaster norm. So yeah, everybody's gone into coaching or commentary or streaming because I've seen a lot of
Yeah,
streaming going on.
yeah.
You
The issue.
started quite a trend.
Yeah, the issue with that is that people are doing it out of like some of them are like they don't know what to do as a chess
They're bored.
person, and while the game is growing, it's not it's not like a case where like hey we have a thousand professional players, they can all start streaming and making a living
Right,
or even close
right.
to that. Like it might even just shrink the pool for them. They'll be fighting amongst each other as like new channels.
For
Like so, it's not. Yeah, it's. I hope it goes well, but streaming's not easy, as you know, and it's like it's definitely not a guaranteed way to make a living. It's one of those things
no,
that once again really benefits you if you live in a low cost country.
absolutely. Um,
But a lot of people are
okay,
streaming just because they're GMs and they don't know what to do.
exactly. They're bored, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get it.
I get it. Yeah,
Uh,
there's no tournaments.
yeah, Knight.
I think this
Yeah,
is a line where you can sack a pawn, right?
yes, exactly. It's
Okay.
from the Accelerated Dragon in reverse. King,
Yeah, the line I was referring to is e4, knight d4, knight d4, c d4, queen d4,
Rook B1.
rook b1. You get some
Yeah,
good
and
counterplay. Yasser likes that stuff. Hey, Mookie Mage.
yeah, Bishop B2, great diagonal. King move. King. Good choice. Good choice. Out of the possible king moves, Eric,
Yeah,
you get a
hockey
two thumbs up on
started.
that.
Yes, thank you. NBA is back. People have some sports to watch. They have some chess to watch.
That's a question
Um,
for you. Is NBA back? I'm not really sure.
in what sense? I
Well,
usually don't
I
watch until playoffs. I'm like,
right. Well, I mean, it's kind of like the NBA went to what Disneyland, Florida, and said we'll take over your facilities and we'll lock up the players for them to have a season. And then a lot of players said, I'm not sure I like that very much, right? So is it like it's weird because a lot of top stars are missing, a lot of
uh,
teams are missing.
well, hockey's the same. I think for most people it's back based on the viewership they're looking at. Like, it's still pretty close to the normal product. Like there are some players who opted out. Same within hockey, but
Right.
NBA and NHL
Yeah.
are back, and I think
Okay.
baseball is the one struggling more right now.
Yeah.
And then
Baseball buzzing.
NFL could probably go all over the place.
Right.
But NBA and NHL seem to have done a relatively good job. Like doing the bubble seems to like that is smart. Like and the players that
Mm.
are there, okay, the food might get boring or something. Like that's what some of the players are complaining about. Did you hear about that funny story with J.R. Smith? He likes to, I think,
No.
get his food. Maybe it's not from a strip club, but people were saying he went to a strip club. It was just trending on
Yeah.
social media to get order food.
Okay.
Like he was saying he was only there for food. Maybe it's not a strip club. I don't know the area very well, but he was
Right.
just insisting it was for food. And just like when the players leave the bubble, everyone's watching you.
Uh-huh. Everybody goes to strip clubs for the food. It must be the food. Pawn, by the way, Eric. But yeah, I think that that is a very challenged industry as well.
But like the
Strip
ratings
clubs.
are strip clubs. That's true. The ratings, so they might as well offer food. The that
Yeah,
was Lou Williams.
exactly.
Sorry, I sorry, it's Lou Williams, not J.R. Smith. Yes, he went. It was a funny one. I mean, um,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
though the NBA, I mean, they're very profitable. They got
Yes.
a lot of their stars still playing, or they have a lot of stars, and so
Right.
even with some guys missing, so people are watching. That's what I know. I haven't been watching, so
Okay.
they're doing relatively well.
All right. Night, by the way, night. But that's something I really want to complain about. If I have a rant, that's got to be a good rant that I have. Is that, and I'm very serious about this. It's sort of like in my world, I get busy, whether it's going to Calgary and having an event, or you remember going to Baku for the Olympiad, and it's sort of like you kind of you both tune in and tune out in a very strange way when you're at these events. But one of the ways I keep time, seriously, it's not by your watch, it's by turning on the TV and what sports are on, right? If there's, Wimbledon, I'm thinking, okay, it's July. If it's the Winter Olympics, the Summer Olympics, if it's
Yep.
the NBA, if it's the baseball league. So all of these sporting events were canceled. It's sort of like, holy smokes,
Yeah.
what season am I in? Even it was pretty funny. I really felt bad about that because it's like,
No,
man,
it was rough for a couple months. There was just chess.
right? It's
And
weird.
when I'm done playing
Okay,
chess, I don't want to watch more chess always. I wanted to, but I've been watching UFC.
okay.
There's been a UFC
Um,
almost every weekend. Yep.
there you go. Rook, yeah, half open files and stuff like that. That's cool. But it is weird that I was really thrown off by the fact there was no sporting events. So I mean, I really didn't know, what period of time I was in, and it was, pretty strange. And I'm really missing the sports events, especially like the March Madness. I was really happy when I was going to St. Louis in February because I was looking forward to the March Madness as well as the candidates tournament and stuff like that, and everything just kind of got canceled very, very, very quickly.
Yeah. No, well,
Yeah,
we got starting on Sunday. You're covering the next
yeah,
tour event.
that's it, and it's the finals. And I tell you, if ever, if ever there was a prohibitive favorite going into a chess tournament, this is like Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. As we all know, Buster Douglas has no chance. He's like a 42 to 1 underdog. Magnus Carlsen has just dominated. But is it going to be a coronation? I don't know. I mean, he's just been playing so well. That's where we started today's stream, talking about Magnus just in his own world. Um, this is an interesting moment, a little bit of a puzzle here, but Queen,
Puzzle.
a little bit. What should be our long term strategy and stuff? Yeah, you played that, and that's kind of good, I think. Did you? I mean, you intended that move before I suggested it, Eric.
Yes,
And how would you rate our advantage? As very good
very,
or
very good.
slightly good?
Very
Really,
good. We
that
control
good?
all the central squares. We have active pieces. We just have open targets on a lot of black's position with no counterplay for black. The knight on c6 is funky. The bishop on f5 is not too
Mm.
happy. Just aimed at that d3 pawn. Bishop on c5 can go to b6,
Mhm.
but sometimes it even gets boxed out there.
Right,
So
that's
I
true.
I was gonna say you mentioned Buster Douglas. Tyson's fighting Roy
Yeah,
Jones. You excited for
I
that?
know. Like, what the heck? I mean, these guys are almost granddads.
You want to
I mean,
see
I,
action.
and these guys could genuinely hurt each other. I mean, it's one thing to be a professional boxer at, 25, and take a punch. I mean, when you're 50, you get hit in the kidneys, watch out. I mean, no, I mean, I'm amazed that they got their license to do that. I mean, what? That's just shocking to me. He played a kind of a challenge move. At least I think of it as a challenge move. Do we want the pawn? Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm not sure. Do we want the
No,
pawn?
we don't. We have better.
Okay, we have better. Okay. Well, in that case, now I've got to figure out
We
what
can take
is
the
better.
pawn and be pretty happy, I guess, actually.
But you think we have better,
I
huh?
think we have easier, your style.
Easier. You're looking for easy. Okay, knight.
Oh,
What was easy? What did you think was easy,
no, there's
Eric?
nothing easy. I was gonna say bishop a3 might be an easy to play position.
Right. And I was thinking the knight to pick up a tempo so that when we do go afterwards bishop a3, we
Yeah, no, that's fair.
are
That's fair too.
a tempo to the good. Although it would have been nice to kind of induce h6, we can't have everything.
Yeah,
Uh, but rook b7, of course, was the other choice.
yeah.
Rook b7, bishop c6. We do end up winning a pawn, but we give up our light squared bishop, and that was where Eric kind of felt.
Well, I'm
Um,
open to it. I don't think black has full compensation there
no,
because we can
you
probably just
shouldn't.
play bishop e3 or
It-
a3 and trade off the
right,
bishop pair right away,
right away,
which is
right away.
important.
Exactly, it is. It really is. Okay, bishop. Yeah.
There's some moves.
My gosh, the times go by so fast. Sorry, what were you saying? There's some moves.
No,
Uh, Knight.
I just didn't want to blunder knight d4.
I understand. Yeah.
Just,
Haven't we all blundered knight d4 in such situations before? And with the idea that there's a Zwischenzug on e2, knight d4 takes e2, Zwischenzug. By the way,
Spencer, thanks for the sub.
when I was growing up in chess, I mean, of course, um, I was really proud of myself when I learned terms like Zwischenzug. Did that ever, yeah, Bishop, did that ever pop
Did I
into
ever have
your
no?
that
We pick
feeling
up.
that you're getting better because now you know what it means?
I didn't read books starting out, so I didn't really pick up on the terms as well.
Okay.
Someone said you're looking fit as a fiddle, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Oh, um,
Oh,
I
fit is a fiddle.
I I wasn't the type to like pick up some terms and then go to the chess club and use them. I didn't have like an arsenal of like
Luft,
yeah. It came much later
Zeitnot.
for me. Yes.
I got you. Rook, by the way. Rook. Rook. um, yeah. The for me, I was really proud of myself. Seriously, I was like giving myself pats on the back. I was really proud of myself when I learned these chess terms, and I also made an effort, not a very successful effort, to learn the names. And uh, all my friends were saying Najdorf. Najdorf. And
That's
I
awful.
was saying Nydorf. Sorry, what were you about to say?
No, I said that's awful, and you're right. In North America, people I've heard Najdorf many times.
Many times, many times. And I was very proud of myself because I said Max Erva, 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 Erva. And that was, of course, the world champion Max Huey, is what the Americans used to say. What is it? Scrabble's giving us pawns.
But
Upon my
but
word.
you also mispronounce some names.
And
So
today's
there's
names
different
like,
levels.
yeah, like Nepo. Nepo for me is a killer. Pawn, by the way. Pawn, Pawn, Eric. Yes. So I don't even try to pronounce his last name. I just call him Jan or
Yeah,
Ian or
Nepomniachtchi.
Nepo. Yeah. But go ahead. You take a stab at his last name.
Nepomniachtchi. If someone tells me, I can probably pick it up. I just haven't
Okay.
practiced.
Rook. Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, wow, that phew, tough. But yeah, I did make an effort when I was young to learn the names of the top players, and I felt pretty pleased with myself when I did it. I got them right. Uh, hmm.
Chris,
Wow.
thanks for the sub. Appreciate the subs, guys. It's actually 20% off this month for first time subs. First time
Really?
tier one subs, yeah. So instead of
Okay.
$5, it's $4.
Sweet. Never get a better deal than that. Queen.
Well, we have a lot of generous sub gifters, but
Okay.
the more people that sub, the merrier.
But of course, Eric, take our subscribers through those metrics because you were talking about, yeah, Queen. You were talking a moment that, strangely enough, we're not getting the sponsors that we'd expected. Queen again, and but you as you get more subscribers, don't your metrics go up,
They do. No, things are
improving, right?
so things are improving, but then it also means you're trying to attract different clientele. So what might be considered a decent sponsor 2 years ago, we've now
Right.
grown past, and
Okay,
then
I
you're
get it.
competing at a
A
higher
different
level, and
level.
it's harder to it's more of the enterprise
Gotcha.
level, and then
Well,
so
my plan here for this game was to keep grabbing pawns until he cries uncle, but he's giving us a piece. So I was
queen.
thinking Queen C6.
You're supposed to say queen, but that's okay. I was gonna do it
Oh,
anyways.
Queen. Sorry, because of the back rank Presto Hakimati. Bobby Fischer, by the way, he wrote a book, Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess, and it's a hilarious book because the whole book has one example after another of back rank mates. And I thought, when I read the book, I was a kid, I thought that our world champion was a one trick pony, that all he knew was back rank mates. So that's a good one. Queen takes C6, Rook D8 is the back rank mate there.
We
You
got
have to.
some, yeah, nice English.
Yeah, that was, that went pretty smooth. That was a good, that was good. So that was why I took the pawn on A6, was because I was thinking that
That was a good one. I didn't.
yeah, I
It,
was just grabbing stuff, and I was expecting him to play bishop takes A2, actually was, and then I wanted you to go queen takes C7, and that was where I was saying, take all of his pawns and make him cry uncle.
we had a